Hey everybody, it is Joe from the Strange Voyage Files. You can see I'm wearing my Blizzard of Oz band shirt because that's what I'm talking about. This is by far the biggest video I will ever do in my life because these are the two best albums of all time. The two Blizzard of Oz band albums, Blizzard of Oz and Diary of a Madman. Now I have several copies of these. I pulled this one out because it has the Rolling Stones sticker on there. Rolling Stones is the store I went to in Norridge, Illinois, and got all my albums. I did not get this at Rolling Stones. I actually got it at a great little record store called Record Wonderland in Roselle, Illinois. But it had the cellophane still on it. The sticker, it was Chartbuster. So this was probably on the back wall of Rolling Stones years ago. You'd go there and all the low-priced albums were there. This is the Walmart exclusive blue vinyl. Again, I have multiple copies of these albums. All right, so which one is better? I mean, this has been debated and debated and debated. Which album of the two is better? Most people say this. This is my favorite album of all time. That does not mean this is better. Now, I'm going to talk about why Blizzard is my favorite album after this, because you could care less beyond that. In my view, there was only one way to do this. And the only way to do this was to list the 17 tracks. There's 17 tracks, 8 on Diary and 9 on Blizzard. So that is 17. Math. So I listed them from my least favorite to my favorite. Now, I'm going to stop right now. I believe in my heart these are two absolutely perfect albums. Even D, it's a beautiful little song. Even No Bone Movies is on a 1 to 5. It's a 5. Yes, I did not put You Looking at Me or You Said It All on here because they're not on the actual albums. So these are just the straight two Blizzard of Oz band albums. Every single song from each one of these albums is perfect. There's no, this one's kind of a 4, this one's blah. Each one is a 5. Hands down, end of story. So this was really difficult. This took me a long time to do. So I'm going to list. And guys, you can put in the comments, why is this song, oh my God, this song's here, oh my God, this song's here. How do you put 17 perfect songs against each other? The 17 to like 10, 9, they could probably fluctuate. I'm very, very comfortable with my top 5. Now, ironically, so my view was I'm going to take whatever's in the top 10, whatever album has more in the top 10, and that's the one. Well, guess what? 5 and 5 in the top 10, of course. So it's the top 5, and there is a very clear winner on which album is better. All right, here we go. At number 17, D. No surprise, it is beautiful, it is perfect. It is a 5, but it's a tiny little instrumental. I listen to it. I don't ever skip over it. I think it is absolutely beautiful, the song that Randy wrote for his mother. Number 16, again, yes, I think it is a perfect song, No Bone Movies. Great song. I don't think it should have been left off. I love it. Absolutely love it. Number 15. Now we're going to get into stuff where people are going to be like, are you nuts? Number 15. Again, it's a perfect song. Where do I put it? But I don't know is number 15. Great opener. Great song. Just where it fits. Number 14. Revelation Mother Earth. Beautiful song. And it was really kind of a risk to put two ballads on your first album in 1980. 1986, it would have been a totally different story. But in 1980, coming out of Black Sabbath and doing that was a big risk that worked out well. Revelation Mother Earth is phenomenal. 13 is Believer. Love it. 12, Little Dolls. Number 11. This is where people. Now we're gonna. I know people are gonna start going nuts. So 12's Little Dolls. 11 is Flying High Again. Again, perfect song. Love the song. Listen to it over and over and over and over and over. But there are other songs I like better. Number 10. Oh, this would probably be a lot of people's number 1. Diary of a Madman. Number 9, Mr. Crowley. Classic. Absolutely classic. Number 8 is Goodbye to Romance. Number 7, I'm sure people are going to be like, you put this one that high? Yeah, I love it. Steal Away the Night. I think it should have been a single. I think that Steal Away the Night would have actually been a big hit. Number 6, Suicide Solution. Randy's guitar on that is phenomenal. I mean, oh my God. Number 5, so we're in the top 5 now. And you're going to see, number 5 is Over the Mountain. One of the best song intros from Lee and one of the best album intros. Over the Mountain. Number 4, Crazy Train. Yes, it's played out. Yes, I'm sick of it. But in retrospect, it's still an unbelievable song. Number 3, You Can't Kill Rock and Roll. My God, that song is phenomenal. Number 2, SATO, the deep track, which I think is second to only one song on Diary of a Madman. And number 1, my favorite Blizzard of Oz band song, and if you want to extend Ozzy's solo career, my favorite song that Ozzy did in any incarnation after 1980 of all time, Tonight. I think that song, how that song, and I think it was only released in Europe, I could be wrong, that song should have been a number 1 hit. All right, take into account number 5, Over the Mountain. Number 4, Crazy Train. Number 3, You Can't Kill Rock and Roll. At number 2, SATO. Number 1 is Tonight. Which one is the better album? It's Diary of a Madman. So most people would say this. Yes. It's not my favorite at that. It's not my favorite. No. It's hand in hand. I mean, here's the difference. This is the why this album. And I've said this in the past, and I mean, I don't care. There's a feeling with this album. I can't explain it. And maybe it was a lot of years looking at the Tribute album and all the pictures. And I would put this album on after listening to Tribute. And Tribute has more Blizzard songs on it than Diary. And I would sit there and I would feel like I was at Ridge Farm with them. And I remember getting this. This album is, again, I got Bark at the Moon first, and my favorite album for a long time was Bark at the Moon. For years. Coming second was Ultimate Sin. And I remember getting Bark at the Moon, but I have an extraordinarily vivid memory of walking to Musicland, getting this album, walking back, listening to it, looking at, I told the story, looking at the writing credits and go, man, Ozzy wrote a better album by, because I thought Bark at the Moon was better, Ozzy wrote a better album by himself. Why did he work with other people? And then I came on the stairs, I'm like 11 years old. All right, well, this album came out first, so maybe Ozzy needed to practice, and he had other people. And by the time the third album came out, he was perfect just to write all the music by himself. Sharon would want you to think that. This will forever be my favorite Blizzard of Oz band. Ozzy after 1980, favorite album of all time, no matter who it is. I can't explain it. I have a connection to this album that I love. Absolutely love. Also, Don Airey's on this album. Not to say that Johnny Cook was not phenomenal on Diary, because he was. And I'm a big Don Airey fan. This will always be my favorite album of all time. I guess if we're going to say this, in my opinion, is the best album of all time. Yes, it beats Sabbath Bloody Sabbath. Yes, it beats Power Slave. Yes, it beats Shout at the Devil. Yes, it beats High and Dry. It beats all these other albums. So I guess, yes, this is the best album of all time. But there's just something special about Blizzard. If I was on a desert island, full of Baba Booey. So, Wolf, if I was on a desert island, my top picks, you guys are, I hate Howard Stern. I worshipped Howard Stern. Living in Chicago, especially with Mancow, you don't know how many barroom almost fights I got into defending Howard Stern. I worshipped the man. And I can't, he sickens me now. Absolutely sickens me. But, yeah, his sidekick, Baba Booey, has this, his top 10 albums of this and that. So if I was on a desert island, boss, and I had to pick between Diary of Madman and Blizzard of Oz, I would pick Blizzard of Oz. And that's how he talks. That's how they make fun of him for talking. So, all right, what do you guys think? And I know most people do say Diary is the better album. Do you have a connection, though? Or is there another album? Ooh, Judas Priest. Whatever it may be. Is there a connection, some special connection you have with an album? So, all right, better album is Diary of Madman. I mean, it is. I'm not going to do the, but in a different way, it is the better album. Hands down, if the battle is over, it is the better album. But I'm still going to say my favorite's Blizzard of Oz. I have a connection to Diary of Madman. My best friend bought me my first copy. And I remember that vividly. But it's just something that day. I remember getting it that day and walking home and listening to it in the basement. And then as years go on, the tribute album, looking at those pictures and thinking of Ridge Farm Studios. So it is what it is. All right, guys, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think, which one's your favorite. And I will see ya.